Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is the first in a series I'm starting called Quest to College. In this series I will be talking to you guys about all the decisions and stuff I had to make when deciding what to do after I left secondary school and moving on to college, which I am starting in September. So for today's video in the series, I'm going to be looking at the decision you have to make as to whether you want to do sixth form or college. Now, one other thing that you could do aside from sixth form and college is apprenticeship, but I won't be talking about this in my video because I know nothing about it. I guess if the career you're looking into is something you would learn better on the job, then an apprenticeship might be something you want to look at, but you're going to have to research that yourself because I know nothing about it. So firstly, sixth form. Now, sixth forms are within secondary schools. You probably have one in your secondary school. They're looked at as a year 12 and 13. In sixth form, you do A-levels. In year 12, you do an AS, and in year 13 you do an A-level. Now, the main difference between A-levels and GCSEs is there is a lot more work involved in A-levels. However, you do less subjects, so I guess that evens it out a bit. Now, obviously I've not done A-levels in that before. However, I did do an early entry AS for media, which I did alongside my GCSEs, so I do have a rough idea of what it's like. Now, obviously I only know what the media AS is like. It's probably different for other subjects, but I'm guessing it's kind of similar to this one. So there was coursework and an exam like you would find in most GCSEs, except they were both worth 50% of the final grade each, which means you have to work hard and do well in both of them if you want to get an A or whatever your target grade is. Most GCSE exams tend to be around 1 hour long, maybe an hour and 45 minutes, around that time frame. My AS level exam was 2.5 hours. Yeah, just a little bit longer. Now that is a really long time for exams. Yeah, it was horrible. We had to write the entire time, non-stop writing. My hand actually hurt so bad afterwards and that sort of thing, but again, if it's a subject you enjoy, it's not that bad. So that's the general stuff about sixth form. Obviously I don't actually know much about it because I didn't go to any sixth form open days or anything when I was making my decision, because I was pretty set on college. But the second I did my GCSE exams, I knew that sixth form wasn't the thing for me, because you have exams at the end of the years and it's very academic. You sit down in class, you learn it, you revise it, and then you get examined on it. And I just don't work well like that because I cannot remember anything for the life of me. Now, college. Colleges tend to be completely separate schools by themselves. At college, you can do one single full-time course, or you could do two, or I don't know. I'm not sure about part-time courses. I think you can do like 2 part-time courses. I'm not sure if you can do more than 2. You might be able to, so obviously look into that. College is 2 years long, like sixth form, and you do these courses. Depending on the subject you choose, depends on what type of course they are. In the more academic subjects such as the maths or business and that sort of thing, you can still do A-levels up at college, but with other ones like performing arts or music, you do BTECs. Now, the main difference between these BTECs, so GCSEs and A-levels, is they are much more active and practical. They are vocational courses, and actually majority of them don't have exams. It's entirely coursework and assessments that happen throughout the year, so you don't have to worry about revising any knowledge or anything because you don't have to sit any exams. The second I found that out, I was like, I'm going to college. So yeah, BTEC courses, more practical. You do it to learn about it. And so if you work better like that, if you are a kinetic learner, then college is best for you. And if you are thinking of doing academic subjects, then it will probably be harder to decide between sixth form and college because they're then basically the same thing, just different. I guess they work differently, and I honestly don't know much about those, so you might want to look into that in more depth on another video or a website or on Google or something. If you decide that you want to do sixth form, then you have the choice of which school do you go to do sixth form. What I would recommend is actually staying at your current school. If they have a sixth form there, stay at your current school because then you're somewhere you are familiar with, you know the teachers and they know you. However, if your own school doesn't offer A-levels that you want to do, or you are actually really bored of the school and need change, then by all means go to a different one. So that's general knowledge between college and sixth form. Now I will talk about my own experience. From the moment I started secondary school, I started my school and I was pretty certain from like year 7 to year 9 that I was going to do the sixth form there and do A-levels and do really well in my A-levels at that school, and I was going to spend 7 years at the same secondary school. Come year 10, I realised that I was already growing tired of the school and all the people and the same location and all of that, and I knew that actually come year 11 I want out. And so then I thought, okay, I'll go to a sixth form at a different school. I also confirmed this decision because I started to take my dance more seriously and knew I wanted to follow the dance career, and therefore I wanted to do dance A-level, which my current secondary school didn't offer, so I knew I'd have to go to a different school for that. So then throughout most of year 10 I was like, okay, I'm going to do sixth form and do A-levels, but I'm going to a different school for it. Then however, my secondary school that I was currently attending, and this was in year 10 still, they offered up a taster day, and there were 2 options of the taster day. You could either stay and have a taster day in the sixth form at your own school, or you could go to the college that my school are partnered with and have tasters in some courses over there. Now, I knew I wasn't going to be doing the sixth form at my school, so I definitely didn't want to do that. Obviously, going to the school I thought I would go to for sixth form wasn't an option, so the only other one left was the college, and I hadn't really looked into college yet, so I thought I'd give it a go. So I went over to the college for the taster day, and I spent the morning doing a performing arts taster and the afternoon doing a media taster. When I came home from that college, I had completely changed my mind and I was hellbent on going to that college instead of the sixth form I originally planned to, because I knew I wanted to do dance or performing arts in that, which is why I did the performing arts taster in the morning at the college, and we spent the morning pretty much dancing, and obviously I got to meet the teacher there, I got to see the facilities we'd get and see some other students and stuff like that, and oh my god, I actually fell in love with the college. I loved it so much, and my best friend who also did the performing arts taster also fell in love with it, and so we spent the whole time coming back, we were just like, oh my god, we've got to go to this college, we've got to do the performing arts course, and ever since then I haven't changed my mind. A couple weeks after the taster, the teacher there actually held open auditions for a dance company she was starting at the college called 5 Feet. So the auditions for the dance company were open to both students of the college and people from other schools. So me and my friend thought we'd go and audition, and we got in, which meant we spent 2 hours each week working with the teacher at the college, dancing and performing, and we did a few shows and we got to meet students of the college who were doing the course we wanted to do and that sort of thing, and that just made us fall in love with the college even more. So we went to the open day for the college. I mean, we already knew a lot about it because we spent every week there, but we got to see some other teachers, we got to meet other people interested in doing our course, and on the open day I picked up an application form to apply for this college, and I handed it in the following week. Now, one thing people tend to recommend that you do when deciding sixth form and college is to have backups. So you apply to the sixth form and college you want to go to, but you also apply to a few others so that if you don't get the right grades and stuff and you don't get into your original choice, you have others to fall back on. Yeah, I didn't do that. I applied for my college and I haven't applied for anything else. I didn't even go to the taster days for either of the sixth forms I could have gone to. Like, I was set on getting into this college, and if I didn't get into this college, I was gonna go to the college anyway. I would get in somehow. Yeah, I don't recommend doing that. I mean, I got into the college, it's fine. I mean, I got into the college, so I didn't need any backups, but it's probably safest to have backups, so don't do what I did and just apply for one college and not even go to open days for other schools and stuff. So that is basically my story of how I chose between sixth form and college. I'm happy, I'm going to the college, I'm starting the Performing Arts BTEC Level 3 course in September with the teacher who I'm basically best friends with at the moment, so that's gonna be really awesome because she already knows how I dance and stuff, so that's going to be awesome. That's basically been it. If you have any questions about choosing between sixth form and college, or if you're starting college, or if you're in your last year, or if you have any questions relating to anything I have spoken about, then comment them down below and I will try and answer them as best I can. As for the next video in this quest, If you have a particular topic on going to college and that you want me to cover in a vid, then do comment below and I will do that. As for the next one, I will probably do it about my interview, because after we applied for the college we had to have college interviews where we spoke to teachers and that sort of thing, and that was basically how they decided whether we should get a place on the course or not. And that was kind of interesting for me. So I will probably do that in the next Quest to College video. Look forward to that. Okay, yeah, okay, goodbye! Bye. See you next week.